What's up, ALYS? This is Brian here in Iowa. Hope you're enjoying yourself in that beautiful weather in Chihuahua, Mexico. Anyways, it's all rainy and nasty here, but anyways, let's go over these trades. I figured YouTube would be a good platform to review your trades for today. NVCR. So we know that stocks have been gapping up huge and have been failing at the open. So this is a key play, but you got to do it right at the open. Now, all I see right now is that you traded this 3 different times, all in the 12s, and you got in and out, you got shook out, and it's because you got bad entry. You know, when you get a bad entry, it's hard to stay in the trade. And really, this thing consolidated all day long. You know, but you know, on any given trade, you're trying to make 10%, and the first 20 minutes of the day, this thing already dropped $2, so it already dropped 10%. So how much further is it going to go down? Probably not a whole lot. I mean, it could, but the odds of that happening are pretty low. And as Tim says, you always want to put the odds on your side. If anything, this thing is going to bounce. And if it bounces up here to this area, hell yeah, short the shit out of it. Using your high of day as your risk. So if it bounces, yeah, I love that play. But if it doesn't bounce, just realize that you missed the play, and to let it be and wait for the play to come to you. You got to wait for it to either bounce or maybe wait till later in the day when there's more volatility, because during midday there's not a whole lot of volatility. Maybe later in the day, maybe you short this. I probably would have been scared to short this because maybe not. I don't know. When it fails here and then puts in a lower high, yeah, I think maybe I short there, but I wasn't paying attention to it. So yeah, that was actually, I think, was a pretty decent short right there. Puts in the lower high. Putting in the lower high is always a good bearish signal. It goes up, it's kind of trying to get up, it tries to break out, it can't really do it, puts in the lower high, that'd be a good. And this is later in the day, whenever the stock is more volatile. During the middle of the day, it's consolidating. So, I can see that you just chased your entry right here, and then you're getting in and out because you couldn't make up your mind what was going to happen. But by that time, the play's over, though, and you have to realize that. So I did the same thing with V-Ray last week. I did the exact same thing that you did. So if we go to 10 days, 5-minute chart, I did the exact same thing. Remember, we were on the phone together. And remember, this thing had this huge sell-off right here. And what did I do? I missed my entry by 5 cents. I had an order in at $9.98, missed it by 5 cents, and then it came down here, and I got in at $9.52. I did the exact same thing as you, and it's because I missed the trade. I was pissed about it, and I was hoping they would have more downside. But as I got in right here, I realized that all right, this thing's not going to have that much more downside. And I wanted to cover right down here, but I couldn't because I had no day trades. And then it ended up going against me, and then it ended up breaking out the next day, and I lost on it. But I cut losses on this breakout, but luckily I caught this move right here. And so yeah, so you're not alone, okay? AKTX. This one, let's go 1-minute chart. This one right here. Actually, I really like your original thesis. But the thing about these, though, is when you shorten these parabolic moves, again, so you have to short into strength. So if we let's go back to NVCR. NVCR, you're shorting down here. That's shorting into weakness. You don't want to do that. You got this big move pre-market. You short into strength. Okay, same thing. So same thing with AKTX. You short into strength and you cover into weakness. Now you're right. This is strength, but if you're meticulous about your entry, see, you got in at 1172. You're shorting into weakness there. So you got to wait for this bounce. You feel like you see this big red candle and you feel like it's just going to fall apart and unravel. No, usually not. Usually it finds a little ground. It makes a lower high. What's up, crazy? And then you get in. So right here would be a better spot actually it puts in this lower high right here. So I actually like this right here, even though it came back against you. I like this getting in right here, because a lot of times this thing would just fail. But then one thing I think you did really good is your exit. You got a great exit right here under this candle. You sensed the fact that it was going to break out, and you got out at 12.10. So you did an excellent job of cutting losses right there. And then you got right back in. So really, I mean, it's better if you wait for the backside of the move. See the backside of the move? You know when you're entering the backside of the moves when it's making lower highs. So it makes a high of 1280, and then it has this huge crack. And then it bounces back up. Right here would be a good anywhere here in the 1250s. So so wait for the backside of the move. Be patient with your entries. Short into strength. And if you miss the play, fuck it, you missed the play. There's always going to be another one. You know that. I know that. And all of Tim's students know that. So anyways, that's all I got for you. Hopefully you got something out of this. And have a happy Monday evening.